Sometimes you can't see. Who is going to it's more than 20. Wow. This is an exception. I have one other person.
Good morning. Good morning. How many of you have spoken before an audience before? Raise your hands.
All of them.
Okay. How many of you have been nervous when you have spoken in front of an audience?
Yes.
Okay, there are two types of speakers. The first set of speakers are the ones who are nervous. When they speak in front of an audience, the rest are liars. Everybody who comes on stage and speaks are generally nervous. Right now, even I am nervous speaking in front of you. Only thing, my nervousness is in a perfect formation in my stomach. It's running like a butterfly. Okay, let me ask you the second question. Whom do you think is the most powerful person in the world? Any answers? Whom do you think is the most powerful person in the world?
It's you.
Okay, well, answer number one. Okay.
Anyone's wife?
Who decided? He's a bachelor. Anyone's wife is anyone's wife is not anyone's wife. It is someone's wife. I asked the same question. I had been to a company called Capgemini. Once one bright lad like Prithvi stood up and said, Osama bin Laden. One other person said, Katrina Kaif. And one person truly said, sir, my wife. Three of them were with him. One person became the Prime Minister, other did not. Because he believed he was the most powerful person in the world. So if you think you're powerful, the 7 weeks will make you powerful. If you don't think you're powerful, the 7 weeks will make you powerless. Think about it, my dear VNI members. Having said, let me quickly give you a little anecdote. A man goes to, a guy in fact, goes to a party. He sees an extremely beautiful girl and immediately is smitten by her. He goes to her and says, I'm such a smart looking guy, will you marry me? That, my dear friends, is direct marketing. He goes to one more party and he sees a very beautiful girl. He is unable to go speak to her just of the courage. Somehow he manages to gather a phone number and he goes home. He prays the whole night. What should I speak to her? He takes the phone next day and says, hi, I love you. Will you marry me? That, my dear friends, is telemarketing. You go to a party and a girl comes to you and says, I've heard a lot about you. I believe you're very rich and famous. Will you marry me? That is brand recognition. It happens to Tendulkar, Shah Rukh Khan, and some of you sitting here. You know you're married, okay?
Yeah, it happened here.
Sir, I truly believe you. The last one is, you go to a party, you see this beautiful girl, you think she's the woman of your life, and you decide, I'm going to marry her. You go up to her, tell her, will you marry me? I'm so and so. She gives you a tight slap. That is customer recognition. This is what was happening to me day in, day out when I was interacting with my customers, and I was giving back. Slap was given back to that, but life was not fine. And in my relationship too, I was having the same feedback until I joined this group called Toastmasters. And my life took a little turn of how I could communicate better. And things have changed for the better now. I have to tell you, the first 30 seconds that you meet a person is a time you can make an impression on him or her. This person decides whether he wants to continue the conversation with you or make a stop there. And that 30 seconds is very important and crucial. All of us know to speak. Let's be very clear. Talking comes by nature. Speaking, we have to nurture. It's very important. Talking comes by nature. Speaking, we have to nurture. This 7-week course, which I'm talking about, is going to make a change to you. You will ask me this question, why can't we do this in 2 hours? I want to ask this one question. If you plant a seedling, will it grow to become a plant in the next 2 hours? If you go to a gym, will you get the 6 abs in the next 2 hours? Then why is that we expect miracles in communication skills? One thing is a promise. 7 weeks here is typical to BNI. Communication is not a fly-by-night operation. We do not promise with the sky, we promise with the earth. But the point is, if you want to do well, stay focused and committed to. This is communication class, like you're coming to BNI. When I'm there and I see my brother shouting in the room very loudly, now my brother is married. I think he's having some argument with his wife. Let me go rescue this poor fellow. I open the door. I see him reading from a piece of paper. So I asked him, what are you? He said, I'm preparing for a speech. And I said, why do you want to prepare a speech? Are you joining a political party or what? No, I want to go speak. Then he asked me, do you want to speak? Two people don't want to speak, you speak. But do me a favor, do not speak out loud. But this brother of mine is screaming the whole night. I keep earbuds and I go to sleep. The next day again he is speaking. Every time I go and tell him, why don't you stop screaming? He says, why don't you join Toastmasters? The fourth week, I hear a noise which is very physical in the room. I think he's getting beaten up by his wife. So I open the room and I go there. That man is standing there and is doing this. I ask him, what is this brother doing? He tells me, body language. I decide to vacate the house. Just before I do that, he tells me, come for 10 minutes. Come and take a look what this communication class is all about. If you don't like it, you leave. After that, I don't speak in the house. So I go to this place where some 30 of us are seated here. I enter this class. I'm very nervous. I can't speak for nuts. Somebody asks me my name, I faint. Slowly I come and sit in the front row because all the back rows are taken. In all my life, I've been a back row. A person walks into the room. They say he's a trainer. His name is Rajan. This man is 5.5 feet tall, bearded. He's not practitioner. He's wearing checkers. I tell myself, someone who's a trainer is not even neatly dressed. I don't want to listen. Let me get the hell out of this class. And what happened? That day was Saturday. I've taken my wife also along. And then Saturday we normally go for dinner. If I don't take my wife out for dinner, I am dinner. So as I sit there, Rajan comes on stage and starts speaking. He speaks with such finesse. He speaks with such sincerity. I put my hands on my cheeks and start listening to this man. I look at my watch. 2 hours have passed. And Rajan tells me something which I believe for the rest of my life. He tells me, if I can speak this well, so can all of you sitting in this room. I believe the words of Rajan and enjoy his communication classes. And if you think, I can speak this well, so can all of you sitting in this room. Because by the time we complete this 7-hour session, 7-week session, one thing I promise you, you're going to have a spring in your shoes. You're going to have a confidence in your stride. You're going to have a smile on your face. And you're going to become an able communicator. Do you like the way I speak?
Yes.
Do you like the way I speak?
Yes.
Basically, protocol says when a good person speaks on stage, you're a human clap.
No, it was so nice, so we forgot to clap.
Okay, having said this, enough of the gyan that I have done. Let's get to a little of an interactive session. Quickly, listen to me intently. Listening skills are one of the parameters of communication. Most of the time, we hear, we don't listen. I want to listen. Hearing comes very conveniently. When you want to listen, we listen. When you don't want to listen, we hear. When the wife speaks, we hear. When the boss speaks, we hear. When the friend speaks, Sankala Bhartiya, we listen. So let's get into an interactive session. My name is Kumaran. I am married for 24 years, 1 wife, 2 children, born in Bangalore. My degrees are, I've done my BCom, I've done my business administration, I've done my LLB, I've done my diploma in civil engineering. I'm in the line of civil construction. My hobbies are to read, to speak because I'm not allowed to speak at home, and of course running. My passion is to become an able communicator in life. Ladies and gentlemen, please give me an applause. Okay, quickly, what else did I cover?
Oh my God.
What I mentioned about
Your name.
One of the first things would if you could raise your hands and tell me what we thought was in school. Children, raise your hands, others should be punished. Okay, what about you?
Your name?
Sit down. My name, Okay. Murali?
Your graduation details.
Graduation details. Okay.
Family background.
Family background. David?
Your location.
Location.
Your hobbies,
Hobbies, lovely.
your passion,
Yes. Passion.
profession.
Okay, now it's sir. Anything else?
Your profession.
Your profession.
What do you do, you say?
My profession. Right. Anything else I covered? That's about it.
You said you have one wife.
Huh?
Some humor.
Sir, I said family. Background is different, sir. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Sushi who's coming here. Please listen to me intently. What I want to do now is, I'll make you into groups of two. The first 1 minute, you're going to listen intently and not even talk. First 1 minute, you're going to listen intently, not even talk. You will ask, the other person will tell about his name, graduation, all these areas, including the name of your spouse and children. Who lives with the name of the spouse and children? After 1 minute, I will do this clap. The person who was talking stops talking. Other person tells him what the same areas. Is this fine with you?
Yes.
If you have any doubts, I would request you to please clarify. Is this fine with you?
Yes.
Then quickly make yourself into twos. Twos.
Just divide this. Now my profession
So, market, have more than around 7,000 in Bangalore since 20 years.
here itself, whether that person has got able to go to the full standard in the second semester. So what we can do is get the course, I'm browsing the person, the entire finish the course and has got double another interesting point after my profession
Now the other person talks, you will listen. I want to add one interesting event in your life. Please remember, the name of spouses and children is something that will ask. So remember the other person's spouse's name and children. Don't go back and ask them. If you're not done it, make your history. The time starts now. Time and tide waits for no man. Okay, are we done?
Yes.
So what I'm going to do now is, I'll pick anyone at random. You have to come and introduce your fellow partner. As we keep on moving on, I'll introduce some things of public speaking, concerned to how we come on stage and speak and all that. But relax, it's all right. We are coming with some sort of learning for 40 to 50 years. To unlearn them in a matter of 1 minute is not possible. Perfectly okay with me, but I'll make you conscious of things that are habits which you can take over a period of time. This is a learn by sitting in your atmosphere. I am no master and you're no students, we're all friends. Is it fine with you? And who wants to come and take this big risk in life to come and speak? Everybody wants to. Mr. Rajesh will start. Actually, I read this book called The Book of List. It says about the things that are topmost in life. It says the fear of public speaking is the #1 ranked fear, even more than suicide. Suicide is #2. But in suicide you can succeed and nobody will know. But in public speaking, if you succeed, everybody will know. So let's succeed now. And ladies, no ladies and all gentlemen, it's my pride, it's my honor, it's my privilege to have a dear friend called Mr. Rajesh, who is going to introduce Mr. Balaji. Please give him a good round of applause.
I'd like to introduce my friend Balaji Pasumarthi. He has done his IIT and MBA graduation. Family background, Aarti is his spouse and he's got 2 children, Abhiram and Aditi. They are now adults. His son is studying in Pune. His son is studying in Pune and now his hobbies are like reading and watching lot of English movies. And most of his education was done in Jamshedpur. And most memorable period in his life is when Ratan Tata's organization recruited him. And he is an entrepreneur and helping, and he is liberating other people in his life. That is his passion.
Wow. Thank you, sir. Can I have you back?
Yes.
One of the fundamental protocols of public speaking is when we don't leave the stage empty. So wait for someone to come up on stage. Assuming you're speaking on stage, as an MC will come and talk to you. Nobody's coming, call somebody, ask them to shake hands with you. So sir, every time you leave the stage, shake hands. Look at the person in the eye, Burais Puri. And the handshake shall be firm, your thumb shall be on top. Yes. And you look at him with a nice smile. Make the person feel warm, then you can do this. Thank you. Okay. Can I have Mr. Balaji on stage to introduce Mr. Rajesh? Oh, wow. Give an applause to the lady.
Thank you for the opportunity to introduce my friend Rajesh. So Rajesh, by education is a computer science graduate, and then later he did his BCom and he did market research as a profession. And he's married to Nagalakshmi and he has got 2 children. He is, his most memorable event is that his cousin, had fallen in love with a person from the US, and their parents were totally against the marriage. And Rajesh took it upon himself to get them married within 11 days. Wow. That is the person Rajesh is.
So thank you for the opportunity to introduce my friend Murali Krishna. So Murali Krishna has done his graduation in Christ College, and his wife called Soumya, and he have 2 kids, Karthik and Kaushik. So and his hobby is to play sports, cricket. So that most interesting thing is he played under 16. So he is played against. So he played within Karnataka team. I think he is played with Rahul Dravid.
Wow.
So and his business is branding. So they create brochures, logo designs, all these things, graphic designs. Thank you.
Covered everything?
Yes, sir.
Education? Little by little, I'll incorporate. One of the fundamental speaking is when you speak to a person, anyway the person sitting there, Murali's name is so and so. He's married, wife. He's got 2 children. By the time you finish, your blend his nose. So when we point a finger like this, it's a habit. In the audience of many people, it seems like we're accusing them. This body language is something so important. People mistake us for not what we are. We're basically nice people. I think so. What happens? Huh? Let me think, sir. So once you come up on stage, avoid this habit, because I know some people keep on moving forward. So this person feels a little offended. I'm not telling it is wrong. It's something that we inculcated. If you could take away this habit, it will be fine. And one of the things is when you walk up on stage, I want your walk to be very purposeful. walk up on stage, turn around, your legs should be slightly apart, not like this. No, not stand like this. Those are not style, they look foolish actually. So slightly legs apart, stand here, your hands should be here. Preferably avoid the hands here in the pockets and all that. The hands, because when you have to make a point, my friend Murli is someone so and so, slowly come, it looks very nice. The same thing what I'm doing, my friend Murli. So that we can avoid. So it's a nice way. Small little things when we have it. Slow but sure, you're going to be a good speaker. Nagaraj, you got a great smile. Keep it up. Give an applause, please. I'll introduce one more little element into speaking. Nagaraj can have you back on stage. Now you have to introduce Murli in a very nice way.
Okay.
Okay, so the next person I will not call, you have to finish your speech and call the next person.
Okay. Yes.
So you have to call him. He has told you so many things.
Yes.
Think of something nice to call him on stage.
Okay.
Don't tell he's my friend, I'm sitting next to him. I don't know general, I want specifics.
Okay.
Just think about it.
Yeah. The friend of Rahul Dravid, please come on stage.
And
The friend of Rahul Dravid.
no, you have to go down.
Okay.
You don't need it, no?
Yeah.
You don't use the hands.
Yes.
Okay.
The friend of Rahul Dravid, please come on stage.
Your shoes.
Okay. The friend of Rahul Dravid, please come
No
on
sir, how about the shoes? The shoes should be slightly apart.
Okay.
Just inculcate it.
Okay. No problem. The friend of Rahul Dravid, please come on stage.
Good morning. Good morning. Happy to introduce Nagaraja. Nagaraja is married to Shailaja and is blessed with a son called Shankar who is studying in 6th standard. He is passionate about his business that he does. Actually, he started having a passion towards sculpture. He finished his post-graduation in that particular field and he made it his career. Finally, he was happy to make his hobby into a career. And one interesting thing about Nagaraja is that he loves meditation and he likes to meditate. That is something he goes around doing it. Happy to know him better. A person who